Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. UFC Vegas 38 just ended. The main event was Thiago Santos versus Johnny Walker, and Thiago Santos wins by decision. And this fight wasn't as exciting as I thought it would be. It was mainly just feint after feint after feint after feint. I mean, Johnny Walker just feinted the entire fight. I wish we could, have some stats on how many feints that Johnny Walker had in this fight. The fight wasn't particularly exciting. I think the right man won. I thought the judges got it right. Thiago Santos deserved that win. Realistically, you could give all 5 rounds to Thiago Santos. I personally didn't. I thought rounds 2, 3, and 5 definitely went to Santos, and I think 1 and 4 were toss-ups, but you could give them to Johnny Walker. But honestly, there wasn't much going on in these rounds, so I really think 1 through 4 could be toss-ups. You could really give them any way you wanted to. But this fight, I thought going into this fight, both guys would be patient early on. They know each guy has crazy power. But I really thought as the fight went on, Johnny Walker would start to slow, and Thiago Santos would eventually finish him in the third or fourth round by TKO. But it didn't happen. I mean, Thiago Santos landed some good, hard body kicks. He landed some good, hard leg kicks. And in the fifth round, he caught him with a massive punch. And I thought he rocked him. Johnny Walker, looked okay, but he really didn't move too much after that. And Thiago Santos didn't go after him at all, which was kind of disappointing after he landed such a big punch. But Thiago Santos in this fight, I thought he was the clear winner. I'm glad there wasn't a split decision. Johnny Walker just fainted the whole fight. The best moments he had were with leg kicks. Really, that's the only moments that he had where he was landing effective striking, in my opinion. He was just fainting and fainting and fainting and fainting and fainting, not landing much. And what was odd is at the end of the fourth round, Johnny Walker went back to his corner and John Kavanaugh told him, "We're probably up. You got 5 minutes and you'll win this fight." And I thought that was particularly egregious because the fight was close, but to come out and tell your fighter he's up when the fight was that close and wasn't doing anything, neither one of these guys, I think we can both be disappointed in these guys' aggression levels in this fight. I found the fight not to be totally boring. I would never go back and rewatch this fight, but the tension was high. Both guys know if I make a mistake here, I could get slapped. We know Johnny Walker's ability, his elbows in the clinch, his flying knees, his spinning techniques. He didn't throw any spinning techniques in this fight. I think he feinted a couple spinning back fists, but he only just spun. He didn't even throw the fist. Uh, and we know Thiago Santos has crazy power. He knocked out Jan Blachowicz in the past. And I think both guys were just nervous about getting KO'd in this fight. But I thought Thiago Santos did a good job beating up the legs. He did a good job beating up the body. He landed some hard body kicks. Johnny Walker's ribs were all red. And Johnny Walker just sat there continuing to feint. That's all he did. He never committed to any shots. He landed some good inside leg kicks. He forced Thiago Santos to change stances a couple times. But for the most part, he was just standing there fainting. I don't get it. I really can't think of any moments that he landed any good punches at all. He didn't use his hands at all, really. A lot of his shots were just swinging and missing at air or fainting. I really just don't get it. And just, to go back to that corner of John Kavanaugh and to say, "Hey, man, you're up in this fight." What, are you delusional? But then again, this is the same guy that saw the third Dustin Poirier Conor McGregor fight and said he was looking good going into that second round after getting dominated the entire first round. So I don't know if this guy's delusional or what, but Johnny Walker was in a bad spot going into that fifth round. I thought he clearly lost rounds 2 and 3, and 1 and 4 were razor close. So how do you tell your guy you're up? You should tell him, go out there and look for a finish because I have no idea where these rounds went, and be more aggressive because you're not committing to any shots. He really didn't commit to anything. And I wonder if it's a product of Johnny Walker. He got finished by Corey Anderson on the feet. He got almost finished by Ryan Spann on the feet. And maybe it's a product of him saying, "You know what? I can't be as careless and as crazy in the striking, especially against a guy like Thiago Santos. I will get brutally KO'd if I get too sloppy or careless in this fight." And also the fact that we've seen his stamina isn't that good. Nikita Krylov, he started to fade, and that was only a 3-round fight. So maybe he was conserving energy. I really thought, because all 5 rounds were kind of the same thing. Throughout all 5 rounds, it was just the same pace. Nobody ever really picked up the pace. And I wonder, if that was a factor, if Johnny Walker was just trying to conserve his energy, and then Thiago Santos, He's looking for a win here. He's on a 3-fight losing streak, so maybe that's why he wasn't being aggressive. At some points, he blitzed forward a little bit, but it was only a few seconds, really. He landed that big shot in the 5th round, and I wish he would have went after Johnny Walker a little more after that. But other than that, there wasn't a lot of big moments in this fight. Couple hard body kicks from Thiago. The big punch in the 5th round. I thought Thiago clearly won the 5th round. If you want to pick out one round, say this guy won this round. Thiago Santos clearly won the 5th round. But there's just not a lot of not a lot to dissect here. I'm not super impressed by either guy. I'm kind of sad because Thiago Santos, this fight wasn't the greatest look for him. I mean, he got the win, and that's all that matters. I'm happy to see him stay in the UFC. Apparently, this is the last fight on his contract, so I hope the UFC re-signs him. And I'm actually, even though I'm kind of crapping on both guys just because of the performance, I still enjoyed watching the fight. There was high tension. And also, Johnny Walker, him being in there for 5 rounds with Thiago Santos and not getting finished is a feat in itself. And I don't want to elevate a guy off a loss, but we know the quality of fighter that Thiago Santos is. And Johnny Walker being a young guy, having his troubles with Corey Anderson, Nikita Krylov, to see him go in there with a veteran like Thiago Santos and come out kind of unscathed, other than a little bit of body, beat up his body and a little bit of leg damage. I think that's kind of a win for him. I think he's getting better. He managed his stamina. His stamina didn't look terrible even in the 5th round. And I want to see where he goes from here. So it's not the worst loss, and I'm happy to see Santos get back on the winning track after 3 straight losses. Now he finally gets a win against Johnny Walker. I wish it would have been a more definitive win, but it is what it is. He wins the fight. I don't know if anybody thinks Johnny Walker should have got the decision. Let me know in the comments if you had Johnny Walker winning by decision. Again, 2, 3, and 5 definitely went to Santos, but you could give Santos round 4, and you could definitely give Santos round 1 either. So I don't know, but let me know what you guys think. I'm genuinely curious because everybody sees the fight differently. But Thiago Santos back in the win column, not the most exciting fight. I wonder who's Santos going to fight next? We could see him against Yuri Prochazka, but I think Yuri Prochazka is waiting for a title shot. He's already fought Rockage. I doubt that's going to happen. Anthony Smith's available. I think they fought in the past, but I don't remember for 100% certainty. But that was a while ago, and it may have even been at middleweight. But let's move on to the co-main event. So the main event, not super eventful, not anything crazy exciting, but the co-main event was particularly weird because the fight didn't go on for that long. But the controversy with this outcome. But at the end of the day, I think that Big Dan Miragliotta made the right decision here. He made a mistake, but he fixed it, honestly. So there were some exchanges, there was some grappling, there was some striking went on in this fight. Neither guy was particularly winning by any means. And there was an accidental headbutt by Kyle Daukaus. Both guys clashed heads, and Kevin Holland was flash KO'd. He went flat on his face, but as soon as he went down, he woke up. Big Dan saw this. He looked like he was going to step in and stop it and give Kevin Holland time to recover, but he didn't. He let them continue to fight, and eventually Daukaus gets the rear naked choke submission about 30 seconds later. This was in the 1st round, and then it was like confusion. Big Dan was talking it over with Herb Dean and some other commission members, and what was weird, and I think I might make another video about this, but Sean Shelby and Mark Ratner, who work for the UFC, were also in a group discussion here. And that's a conflict of interest. By no means should the UFC be involved in any decision of an outcome of a fight. That's why we have the Athletic Commission. So I don't, I might make a whole nother video about that, but I thought that was bizarre. It was like probably 5 minutes. They looked at the replay. It was a clear headbutt from Daukaus. I think in the perfect world, Dan Miragliotta should have stopped it right there. Let Kevin Holland recover, ask him if he can continue, have the doctor look at him, and then if he can continue, let the fight continue. But he didn't. So the next best thing, even though it was a rear naked choke and a tap, looking back at the replay saying, okay, he got KO'd by a clash of heads, which is illegal. Even if it's accidental, it is still illegal. You can't win a fight by a headbutt. And, one guy always gets the brunt of it. And, Kevin Holland got brutally KO'd by it. He woke up the second he hit the mat. Big Dan didn't really get a chance to step in there. And they looked at the replay and they said, you know what? No contest. And I'm happy that they did this because Kevin Holland did not deserve to get a loss on his record based off a headbutt. Now, would it have been better if Big Dan would have stopped it right away? Yes, it would have been better that way. But he made a mistake and he decided to fix it. And we don't see the commission ever do that. We've seen guys appeal losses, and that should clearly be overturned sometimes. I can't think of any examples off the top of my head. And they never do anything. There's no explanation, there's nothing. And Big Dan saw, you know what, this is not right. And Kevin Holland should not get a loss on his record based off a headbutt. It's a no contest. Let him run it back. They can rematch down the road. It wasn't right for Kevin Holland to get a loss off a brutal headbutt, even if it wasn't Daukaus' fault. But I feel bad for Daukaus because, he probably thought, yeah, I have a massive win against a middleweight, a ranked middleweight. And now it's a no contest, so it's not that great. Plus, the way the UFC's pay structured, half of their pay, is based off the win. So a no contest, they only get their show money. So that sucks too. But I think the no contest was absolutely the right decision. There's no way Kevin Holland should have got a loss there. Right decision. I always crap on the referees when they make a terrible decision, or the commission when they make a terrible decision. But they 100% got this decision right. No contest. Let them run it back. We can see it down the road. And that's pretty much all I'm going to talk about on the card. I think that's what most of you guys want to hear about, the main event and the co-main event controversy. Let me know what you guys think about the main event. Who did you give the decision to? I'm wondering if anybody had it for Johnny Walker. I did a live stream. Most people seem to score it for Santos. One thing I didn't mention about the main event is Johnny Walker shows that he doesn't have the best takedown defense. He showed that against Nikita Krylov. I would have liked to see Santos try for some takedowns. I think he tried for one in the first round. But after he got stuffed on that one, he really didn't go for any more. He didn't even try to initiate the clinch at all. So there wasn't any real exchanges after that. So I would have liked to seen that. We know Johnny Walker's defensive wrestling isn't that great, and I would have liked to seen it tested. I would have liked to seen, how much better has he got in the wrestling and the takedown defense. And Santos could have tested that a bit. But overall, it was a decent night. There were some other crazy finishes on the card. But let me know what you think about the main event in the comments. Don't forget to like the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.